Alright folks, welcome back. It's been a while. It's probably been like 2 or 3 months since I legitimately made an actual video. One where I actually talked or commentary to did. That's not a word. But today we have patch 1.7.1 on the common test server. And with every new patch, there are new hidden vehicles added to the main directory files. They're not available to the public. You cannot play with them, but let's do a quick preview of these vehicles, because that's what we do. It's a long tradition. What year is it? It's 2020, for Christ's sake. So first up, we have the Borah, if you will. It's a premium tier 8, French medium. It's basically a Batchat 12T with the EBR 105's turret from tier 10. So this is classified as a medium now, but it has a 105mm. It's actually an autoloader compared to the single shot on the tier 10 EBR, but the DPM's not bad. 2160 without the crew, but it's 2200 with the crew. Accuracy is 0.4, aim time is 3.36. Yeah, accuracy is not great, and aim time is not great, so you do need a enhanced gun lane drive and vertical stabilizer, and likely optics for this vehicle. It's a medium after all, but it has 190mm of pen. That's below average for a medium. It's okay for a light, but 360 alpha. It has 2 rounds in the clip. It takes 2 seconds between each shot. It takes 18 seconds or 17.62 seconds for the magazine reload, so it's a double shot like the EBR 75, but it's a medium with a large caliber gun. And yeah, the DPM is not bad for an autoloader. Alright, it's traversing very quickly at 57.36 degrees per second, and yeah, okay. The gun's not accurate. The gun's long to aim, but it does punch pretty decently every 20 seconds or so. Alright, so it's like an ISU gun on a medium tank if you pen. It has no armor for the hull, no armor for the turret, 1250 health. So below average health and no armor. Alrighty then, that's nothing to talk about. It's everything green. Oh yeah, everything's green. Super green. Yeah, you'll pen this thing no matter what. Alright, super green. There's no armor. There's no space armor. Nada. Nothing. Everything's green. Holy crap. Alright. Has a crew of 3 for your Batchats, so that's good. It needs a loader, so you cannot train the loader for the AMX 30s, but it doesn't need a radio operator like the Brittany Panther. So that thing's it's a sham. Alright, so mobility wise, about 25.77 horsepower per ton ratio, weighs 12 tons, so don't go ramming stuff, but traverse decently at 42-ish degrees per second, top speed of 62 kilometers per hour, reverse of 23. It's decent in terms of mobility. It's not super ultra fast, but 25 kilometers per hour is pretty good for a medium. Not good for a light, but workable for a light. Concealment is decent, so it's a sneaky medium tank. And view range is actually not bad for autoloader, 390. I would expect this thing to have like 380 meters of view range. So you would put optics, vertical stabilizer, and enhanced gun lane drive, but it's better than the Sherman Revalorise A if you want to train your crew, but Sherman Revalorise A is better at the AMX 30 line. So okay, next up, we won't take too much time with the preview. So next up we have the Char Future number 4. So this is project number 4. So this is this year's frontline final reward, like with last year's. I totally forgot the name of that tank because nobody plays it. The AE Phase 1. So it has the standard large repair kit that's free, that's infinite. So this is basically this year's frontline reward. And it looks futuristic-ish. So in 1977, part of development for a new tank, project number 4, considered. No prototypes were produced. It led to the creation of the Leclerc. Interesting, but alright, it's not a premium, so don't make more credits, but has a crew of 3, fits with the Bad Chat crew, not as well with the AMX-30 crew, yada yada yada. It has an autoloader. Alright, so same as the Bad Chat 12T at tier 8 premium, but this thing has a funky looking turret and an upper plate. Alright, we'll take a look at the armor later on, but 264mm of pen, so tier 10 pen on a tier 9 medium. So on the higher pen side, 390 alpha, 4-round clip, takes 4 seconds between each shot, 40 seconds for complete loading of the drum. Wow, DPM is not great. DPM is 1830. Accuracy is not bad though, 0.33 and 2.11 seconds of aim time. 7.5 degrees of gun depression. Elevation sucks at 11. This thing has no elevation. It's not as bad as the Manticore, the tier 10 British light tank, but it is not great with the gun elevation. 31.29 degrees per second for the turret traverse. Also not great. So it is a burst autoloader, but it takes 4 seconds between each shell, and that is a long time. I mean, you could burst like 1600 damage ish within 12 seconds after the first shot, but that's a long time exposure. So it is a flanking medium. Yeah, it's meant to clip out in the rear of vehicles, but you can also snipe with this gun. So before you get to the late game, where half the team are dead and you can actually go flank, you can actually snipe with this vehicle, because the accuracy is not bad and the aim time is relatively decent. So it just takes a little bit while between each shot. So armor wise, it has 55mm for the upper plate, 40 for the sides and 30 for the rear, 140 for the weird looking turret that kinda reminds me of the Falcon Challenger. Is that unmanned? That looks unmanned, but this part is manned, obviously. So weird oscillating turret too. Oh, that looks funky. But that's a drum system. So did they climb out of the vehicle to fill up the drum? I have no idea. But crew of 3, and let's take a look at the actual armor. So if it's like the S tank, it has a very well sloped upper plate at 45mm, but don't even think about bouncing shots. Yeah, it's a very small plate. You might troll a few shots with the upper plate, but I highly doubt it if they just aim for the turret or the hull. So 1750 health, which is okay for a medium at tier 9. So this is the final reward, huh? Well, mobility wise, it has 60 km per hour top speed, 20 reverse. Hull traverse is not that great, only 37.55, and the horsepower per ton ratio is only 23. That is kinda slow for a flanking medium. Yeah, you should be like 27-ish, 30-ish. That would be great, but so what I would recommend if you have this vehicle is sniping at first until almost like half the vehicles are dead. Then you can go flank and clip out. But yeah, camouflage rating is not bad, it's decent, and view range is only 380. Wow, this thing has less view range than the premium tier 8. You would need a coated optics for this vehicle, enhanced gun lane drive or vertical stabilizer. You could opt out the enhanced gun lane drive for a vent. So compared to the AE Phase 1, I mean, you play Frontline for the credit making capability. You don't play it for the final reward, because we all know now, after the AE Phase 1, that this tier 9 is not a premium. I mean, if it's a premium, holy shit, a lot more players will play Frontline, but alright, that's enough about the Char of the future, the tank of the future number 4, project number 4. Originally it was called Project 4.1, but they changed the name. And finally, we have the Object 752 because we need more Russian heavies. It's a special tier 9 Russian heavy tank, has a crew of 4, so fits with almost all the lighter heavy tanks like the T10 or the Object 277s. It's the purpose of developing this vehicle for armor protection at the same time. 50-ton weight. Well, it's an oscillating auto cannon in the oscillation turret. Wonderful, but has 248 millimeters of pen, 390 alpha, so it's on the shorter stick. It's not the 440 alpha. It takes 30 seconds to load 3 shells. Alright, so 28.76 seconds to load 3 shells. Takes 3.2 seconds between each shot. It is an autoloader, not an auto reloader like the IS-3A. So you will find yourself in a situation where you only have 1 shell and you have to wait 30 seconds to reload. So accuracy 0.4, not great. 3.26 or 3.26 aim time, not great also. So it's a Russian heavy. Has 8 degrees of gun depression though, so that's good. 11.7 elevation. That is bad. That is real bad. And DPM is only 2000. Ugh. It is an autoloader after all, and it is a heavy, so we have to take a look at the armor. 1750 health, which is not great because that's the same health as the Project 4 thing, the future tank of 4 stuff. So low health for a heavy. So this should be considered as a fast heavy, if you will, or medium heavy. Armor wise, lower plate is 210. It's a small target. Hull middle is pretty thick, 250-ish to 287-ish. Upper plate is about 240. So armor is relatively strong, and side armor is like a V shape. So you know how that goes with the Object 907s and the 257s. Oh, this is inverse 257. I get it. It's stupid. Alright. Side scraping is auto bounce. It should be auto bounce because it's sloped downwards, right? It's a 45mm armor. Oh, shit. You need a large gun to pin this thing. If it's 45mm of side armor, hull armor is 140 on the sides. That's a lie. It's only above the hull, right? It's 150. Yeah, that's for the middle parts of the hull. So it's like the Object 257, where it's a V-shaped hull. It's an auto bounce. There are parts that are 55mm for the hull. There are parts that are 140. What a weird configuration. Like, this part of the armor is thick. These parts are not. That's 55. There are some parts that are 45. That part is 90. So there are weird troll-ish areas on the side armor, and just basically it's auto bounce for the side armor. Even if you side scrape at ridiculous angles like 45 degrees, that's an auto bounce. So side scraping is like the Object 257 in a sense. Wonderful. But for the 257 as well as for the 752, just shoot at the beak of the hull, or the cheeks of the hull right here. The beak of the hull is thick. Ugh. Oh my god, it's rounded too. Alright, turret front, 330. Oh my god, you're not punishing the turret front of the oscillation turret. There are weak spots for the commander and loader cupolas. So that's the commander, that's the loader, but yeah, the hull armor is very trollish. And it's not exactly 140mm of side armor, because that's basically the KV5. Or not the KV5, the KV4 at tier 8. That's not the Fortress side armor, but still, it's good. It's real good. The fucking Russian bias. Alright. Oh god. Weighs about 45 tons. 14 horsepower per ton ratio with 40 kilometers per hour top speed. 15 reverse. And about 33.4 hull traverse degrees per second. It's not slow. It's not as fast as a T10 heavy tank, but this thing has an autoloader. It has 3 rounds in the clip, which each round does 400 alpha, so that's 1200 damage in like 6 seconds, 7 seconds. I mean, DPM still sucks though. Concealment sucks. It's a heavy tank, 380 meters of view range. I mean, if you get pissed off at vehicles like the T57 Heavy, that is basically a slow-moving, quote-unquote, autoloader, where sometimes you rely on the armor to bounce shots. Obviously, you can rely on this vehicle to bounce more shots than the T57 Heavy, so you could straight up just trade with your gun if you have a good shot at their lower plate or at their weak spots, or if you load the gold shells, but the fucking Russian bias. It's not a reward tank from the front lines. It's likely a rank battle mode reward, like with the Kampfpanzer 50T. So that's why there were like 2 tier 9s added last year, the AE Phase 1 and the Kampfpanzer 50T. The Kampfpanzer 50T does not have the AE Phase 1's infinite repair box. Where the hell is that vehicle? Is that Kampfpanzer? That should be it. So this thing does not have the infinite repair box, but this is the reward from rank battle mode. So I would expect this thing to be another rank battle mode reward after like the next season. But the AE Phase 1 has the infinite box thing. That's not medium. It's a heavy. It's American heavy. I have it in the garage. Yeah. So that's the only difference you can tell between these tier 9s, because they don't sell premium tier 9s. There's no premium tier 9s. So I would expect the Object 752 to be the rank battle mode reward, and the Char Future 4 is the frontline reward. And this is just a premium for your monies. But there you go, folks. The hidden vehicles added in patch 1.7.1. So, yeah, alright. I mean, this thing doesn't feel that overpowered, but it's a decent sniping gun. So, DPM sucks though. And it's tier 9, but oh well. But yeah, I'm back, folks. Back to making videos. It's been a while, so I moved to a new house. I had to remodel a bunch of stuff. And spend a lot of money on furniture, remodeling, redecorizing? That's not a term, but yeah, I'll do a video about my World of Tanks actual account after the hiatus and the updates to my actual personal life, if you're curious. So goddamn rusty. But thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Fucking Russian bias.
Toss a coin to your witcher, or valley of plenty, or valley of plenty, oh. Toss a coin to your witcher, or valley of plenty.